it is so easy to win nowadays. You just have to put in the work. And I'm telling you this because I've seen it firsthand. I've seen how lazy people are, and I've seen the level of potential that you can create if you would just lock in. If you would actually just put your thoughts on paper and act on them, you would be levels ahead of everybody else. It's like 5-something a.m. right now. There is not a single person up. Not a single one, bro. Because nobody cares. Nobody cares about where they're going. Nobody cares about what they're doing with their life. Nobody cares about improving every day. So if you can care, that's all it takes is caring. Caring about those 3 things, you'll be levels ahead of everybody else. You know, I think one of the biggest things is you might see on social media, you see all these people winning. You see like all these people making crazy amounts of money maybe, or living this successful life that you want. But you have to realize it's social media, man. It's not real. It's not in your current reality. Your current reality is the stimulation you need to feed off of. So if your current reality is trying to get out of your hometown and get somewhere else, feed off of that. Don't be looking and trying to compare yourself to some kid in Miami or some kid in Los Angeles, like LA. It's not going to happen because he's already farther apart on his journey, you know? And we all have a journey we have to go on. There's a video I just put out on Instagram. There's little checkpoints that you have to hit on your journey before you can level up. It's the same thing as like a video game, you know? You start out at the bottom, you know, you work your way up. It's pretty easy, you know? You get about a quarter of the way there, it gets a little harder. Now when you're halfway there, it's like, oh shit, the game's getting harder. You know, think of something like The Last of Us or COD Zombie, something like that, you know, like something that progresses in difficulty. That is your life. That is your life. And you must adjust to the difficulty of the levels. You know, you can't keep the same mentality at level 1 that you have at 20 because you'll go down. You know what I'm saying? So you have to learn to adjust and build your mindset as the process goes through. You know, so speed is the key to getting somewhere and being successful. But if you operate at such a high speed that you never build yourself, you're just building a weak foundation. You know, it's the same thing as like a building. You know, some of these buildings are built very well. You know, they'll probably last 30, 40, 50 years. The other ones aren't built so well. By the time it's 5, 10 years, everything's cracking, everything's doing that. Is that going to be you, or are you actually going to take the time to build yourself and actually know what to do as a man and how to carry yourself, build your physique and mindset, number 1? You know, ever since I've made the change to actually start waking up early, eating whole foods, if I do eat out, it's like Chipotle or Roots, which is a natural kitchen. That is what changed my life because it gave me a stimulus to feed off of that was positive. You know, now all I'm focused on is getting results for my clients. All I'm focused on is praising God and living up to the highest ability in my life. Because a quote that kind of hit me is, you're either gonna regret it now or you're gonna regret it on your deathbed. And what I mean by that is you can sit here and you can kind of like regret, like, ah, oh, dang, maybe I should have, for me it'd be like, oh, maybe I should have like went to that community college. Or sometimes I think about that. My life would be really different if I did that. I'm glad I didn't, because now I have my dream business. But sometimes I think about that. I'm like, well, if I would have done this instead of that, and do all these things, and then all of a sudden I think about it and I'm like, nah, F that. You know what I'm saying? We're all gonna die someday, and you don't know when your number's gonna get called, you know? And that's like the thing you have to rationalize in your mind. You may think you're gonna survive every single day, but you don't know what anybody else is doing. You know, you can wake up every single day, praise God, do your things, and die that day. You know, you don't know. So you have to go about life in the like most aggressive way possible. You have to go and get stuff done. You have to train your butt off. You have to love your family, man. You have to do all these things because it's what's going to take you to the top, because no one else is doing them. So why I'm saying it's so easy to make it is, it's not actually easy. It's just easy to the fact of how it used to be. You know, now there's more distractions than ever. Now there's more also resources and opportunities than forever ago. So you have to realize now can be your downfall or it can be your uprise. And that's up to you to decide. You know, you should 100% be dialed on everything except distractions. You know, I give myself like 15 minutes a night. When I'm done with all my work, I usually in the morning will get all my work done. Throughout the midday, I'll kind of get other things done and go back to work for a couple hours. And then once I'm laying in bed and stuff, I'll get on TikTok, check some stuff out for like 15, 20 minutes. Then I am out. That is like my reward for working hard throughout the day, is TikTok at night. But what I'm saying is, don't structure your day off social media. You know, when you wake up in the morning, get up, go and do your push-ups or your cardio or drink water, like do something productive straight out of bed. Me, the second I wake up, I brush my teeth and I go outside, I do my push-ups before I drink water or anything, because I want to suffer first. I want to suffer to be able to get the things that I want in my life. So I'll hit my push-ups, I'll go and get my water, and then from there, it's just a giant process, man. And I used to be a morning routine hater. I was D1 hater. It was the complete opposite. And then once I did it and I started getting dialed and I saw the results I wanted in my life, that's when I changed it, you know? So if you can make the deal with yourself that, hey, I'm actually going to go in. I don't care how sleepless I get. I don't care how hard it may be at the start. Your mind and your body will adjust. Your mind and your body will adjust. I'm telling you. It's like with anything, you know? I was in a run last weekend. It was a 5K. And I was sitting there. I haven't done a 5K in a little bit. I've been kind of just doing batch miles. So I did a 5K in like 23 and a half. Very good time. But my foot started like cramping on me like halfway through the run. I was pissed because I was on such a good pace. But I had two options there. Either I could quit or I could just use it to fire me up. You know, and it fired me up because I was sitting there pissed that my foot was cramping. I was hobbling. And I still maintained a 7.5 mile, which was crazy. You know, so your mind can do much more than it is doing right now. And like we're taught that, oh my gosh, we're taught that your mind's kind of stuck in this box and you have to spend years doing this. It honestly just starts with suffering, bro. If you can just learn to suffer, that's where you'll find everything else. Suffering is your toolbox. You know, you have all the tools in suffering, but will you actually do it? That's up to you, because suffering will teach you everything you need to know about life and how to get through it. So, love you guys. Make sure to subscribe, book a call with me if you want to build your mindset, physique, all that. We out, man.